Okay, recording. Aloha everybody, we're here with Emy Louie and this is our first video interview and we're just gonna ask you a few questions. So aloha Emy, we're gonna start. So go ahead, tell us a little bit about yourself, Emy.
Well, graduated from UH, University of Hawaii School of Architecture in 1991, and I moved to North Carolina shortly thereafter, and I've been in North Carolina ever since. It's been very interesting because I do come back and visit and see how Hawaii has changed through the years, and so it's been neat because I grew up here. I love the islands, and I get to really appreciate things as a visitor now. And strange enough, I don't get to appreciate it. I don't appreciate it as much when I'm a local here because I always think it's here. You know how it is. The beach is always there, so you don't go to it, so to speak. But now as a tourist, I don't see the flowers as much. I don't see the beaches as much. So I really appreciate it every time that I come here. So my work starts from North Carolina, but I'm very much Hawaii's in my heart. You know, I always try to work on a lot of things related to Hawaii, and that's very important to me. So in essence, I haven't really left in that sense in my heart.
So Emy, can you tell us a little about what kind of different work you do or have done?
Yeah. Well, one of the main things that I've done, which I'm known for, is this book called Fast Trains, America's High-Speed Future. And I wrote this book. Partially, I'm the director of public outreach for the U.S. High-Speed Rail Association, and I've been going to the conferences this past few years, and I found that the conferences tend to be very technical, and I wanted something that was a good explanation to the general public about high-speed rail. So I wrote a book. Sometimes certain things you can tell people in a sentence about what things are, but I found that I needed to write a book to explain to people about what lies before us regarding high-speed rail in the United States. So that's kind of why I wrote the book, because it's kind of, I had a sense of one thing, I wanted to write one thing, and then it led to another logical thing, and then all of a sudden it became a book. So that's why I wrote the book. So that's one of my things that I'm known for in certain circles regarding my accomplishments. Another thing that I've done that was prior to writing the book and being part of the U.S. High-Speed Rail Association was that I had a radio show, and that's kind of where I met someone that was related to the U.S. High-Speed Rail Association. Had a radio show and interviewed people that were in design from around the world, and that exposed me to a lot of different viewpoints. That helped me a lot. That's another thing that I'm known for. Another thing is that I did prior to writing a book is that I taught continuing education to architects and engineers, and you can find me online regarding that. And so that was fun. Actually, a lot of the work that I did with the continuing education regarding high-speed rail led up to the book. So in essence, I didn't kind of write the book out of nothing. It was a few years that I spent researching and writing, leading up to the writing of this book. So it was a culmination. The book was a culmination of a lot of the things that I've done up until now. Some other things that I'm doing, like some general renovations and all that. That's coming up. Probably looking at being a builder and doing general contracting and seeing what kind of opportunities there are, because I feel that with an architecture background, there's actually a lot of things that someone with an architecture degree can do. They don't have to necessarily be a licensed architect, although that is one avenue to pursue as a profession. So I'm going into the general building realm because it's just another way of seeing the elephant, so to speak. I think that would be a really neat thing. Even though I do a lot of these things related to trainings and advocacy, my heart is still in design. And so eventually I'm probably going to do something related to some type of government policy related to design. So that's kind of one of my life plans, is to do that, is to make it easy for designers to design via laws, because there's certain things that are not very easy for designers to do because they're prohibitive in a lot of different ways, and so that's one of my life goals.
And you're also a licensed architect and a Feng Shui expert?
Yes, I am. I got my license in 1997, and I got my Feng Shui consultation, the degree or the diploma in 2003. So what I like to do is look at the very big picture of things, as well as look at the small minutiae things, from urban planning, such as with trains and transit-oriented development, to even decorating and looking at the small things too. I enjoy all parts of design.
Awesome. Emy, who would you say your heroes are?
I used to have one hero, which I won't mention because he's not my hero anymore. I think I just got tired of that, of just hero worshiping. But what I can say is that my hero, I know that sounds weird, but it's not. And it's just life itself, how life continues no matter what, and just watching things grow. You don't have to do anything for things to grow. In the biological sense. And so I think it's been very fascinating. Anything that is just the universe. I think that's kind of what I honor, just life, just being alive and all that. So that would be my hero.
Awesome. What do you want to be remembered for?
Well, the main thing I want to be remembered for is unifying some type of public policy in relationship to design, because that is my background. My background is in design, and I have a strong interest in public policy on an advocacy level, and I want to meld those things together on at least a national level, because with this book that I wrote, this is a national-oriented book, and so I do look at a big picture, and also even with design on a public policy level, I'm hoping to influence even other countries too that are related to design. You just never know what you do probably could impact other countries as well, and throughout the world.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you, Emy Louie. That was an awesome interview. We appreciate it.